The Honorable Sheryl Lee Ralph is in the house. Before we get to everything, that moment is a life-changing moment, not just for you, but for us. We watched it and watched it again. Will you just describe to us in that moment when your name was called and you were standing up on that stage?
Okay, first let me just tell you one thing. It is one thing to talk about my moment, but when you all cheered for me the very next day and the way you did it with such sincerity, it just made me feel so good, and I'll never forget that. And I thank you very, very much for what you did. I thank you for what you said, because it meant a lot to me. It meant so much to me, I'm telling you. And you know, that moment the night before, it was like I got jettisoned into like a surreal moment. I mean, I could not believe it that they called my name, and it was like my whole career just flashed before me. From, you know, when people would tell you no, or don't try, don't bother, the industry isn't ready for you, it's not your time, and I kept going more, I kept moving forward.
When's my time?
How when we look back at that, all of those roles, all of that work, like, it wasn't like you just arrived overnight. You've been working.
Yes.
And in fact, Viola said to us, she's been standing in line, but not just standing, she's been working.
Absolutely.
And so how do you, for anybody out there, actor or not an actor, who's just like, my time cannot come, when will it come?
When is my turn?
You know, I tell people all the time, you have got to believe in yourself in your lowest moments. You've got to be able to look up, look in the mirror, and love what you see. You've got to be able to give yourself hope. You must be your own greatest cheerleader. You've got to be able to hug yourself and say, I love you. I understand. It will be all right. You will smile again. You have to do that for yourself. Speak truth to your own personal power. We get so lost into carrying all the luggage of the past, of doubt, of disrespect, what other people think of us. You got to put that luggage down sometime. Free yourself up, to lighten yourself up, to give yourself hope, to move forward. You got to do it. It's hard, but you got to do it.
What do you say to yourself in the morning?
Oh, I look in the mirror and I say, I love you. How you doing, girl? Yes, come on, I know you're tired. Breathe. In with the good, out with the bad. Yes. You ready?
Let's go.
You know what? By the way, that sounds simple, but why do, so many women, and I can speak for myself, we say negative things to ourselves.
Yes, and you get into the habit of saying negative things about yourself. And the brain is a tricky thing. See, when you start saying positive things to the brain believes you. When you continue to tell the brain, oh, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm not all that, then what happens is you're unhappy with yourself. And you know what unhappy people are very good at doing? Making sure everybody around them is on.
That's exactly right. Preach. That's exactly it.
That's it. And that's why I empower myself. Because when I hit the scene, I want everybody to feel good.
You know what? We had Bevy Smith on once, and she said it gets greater later.
Oh, gosh.
Life gets greater later. I feel like I'm looking at you. You have a beautiful life, but something's happening now to you at this moment. It's getting I feel like you've waited for this moment, and it's happening right now.
I just said to somebody, I feel like I've had the mic for so long, but it just got unmuted.
Oh, my gosh.
It just got unmuted. It's like, now you can hear me.
Hear me.
I've been the same person since I hit the scene. I've been able to learn. I've been able to watch. I know what it's like to be rejected. I know what it's like to be left out. I know what it's like not to be invited to the parties, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be there when it's my time. And not every place that you're not invited to is the place that you need to be going.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
How I feel like that moment, you know, your speech changed the lives of so many.
Thank you.
But how did it change yours?
First of all, I put my Emmy right beside my bed to make sure that I know every morning that really happened. You won. Yes, you did. And she's such a pretty statue. You know, she holds up the sun, the earth, the moon, and you look at it, and I'm like, yes, Emmy, yes. But my house is a virtual hot house. The flowers continue to come.
Who sent flowers? Just give us a few, just because.
Oprah sent
flowers. Who else?
Beyonce.
Wait, what?
Yes, Beyonce.
Had you ever, when you got the flowers from Beyonce, were you like...
I really was. I was stunned. I was like, oh, Lady B, Queen B, Beyonce, I love you, girl. And look at this floral arrangement.
Oh, my God, look at that.
Those are the ones from Oprah.
Oprah sent a flower.
Yeah, that was like huge.
That's not from flowers.com.
I never knew flowers could be that amazing. I'm used to that, you know. I never knew that flowers came like that. I was like, what in the world? It took 4 men to get it up the house. Could not get it in a regular door. Thank God I had double doors at the back of the house. That's the only way they could have come in.